Team NBS Media presents The Mask Podcast.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For a minute there, I'm like, yo, okay, where the hell did Rick go? I'm looking. I'm like, oh shit, he done vanished and shit. Well, welcome everybody to another episode of the Mask Podcast. I'm your host, Mark. Co-host Rick. As you see, Rick has a brand new fucking mask, everybody.
Yes, sir.
For anybody who, like, if you can go in the comments and y'all know what mask that is, please let us know. I mean, I know who it is. Rick knows who it is, but do you guys know who it is? Rick keep jumping in and out. It must be the new mask and shit. It must be interfering with his Wi-Fi connection. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't have no new mask. I'm still wearing the same old shit. I just switched colors. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea where Rick went. But for anybody that didn't quite get what he's wearing, as soon as he comes back, he went missing in action, y'all. Oh, there you go. There you go with his brand new damn mask. For any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans out there, maybe y'all know what mask Rick has on. Do y'all know? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? Any guess? Bueller. Casey Jones. Badass Casey Jones. Yeah, we fuck with Casey Jones. Tough. Rick, what's going on, bro?
Oh, not much, man. It's good to be back. I'm ready to get things popping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tonight.
Since Rick did mention that, because I damn sure totally forgot. This is the season 2 premiere of the Mad Podcast. We took like a 2-3 week break. Season 1 was dope. Season 2 is going to be even bigger and better. This week we are discussing a few things. Man, later on about 7 o'clock we got a guest, Brock, coming on, Team NBS member. We're going to have a discussion, a debate, or argument, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because he and I had two very different opinions on Captain America, and we have a different opinion on The Wire between Stringer and Avon. So if you got any Wire fans out here, you're going to love this conversation, because he thinks one thing, I think another thing, and we've been arguing about this for a while now. The Captain America debate.
Oh, wow.
Brock hates Captain America. Like, I mean, this dude fucking hates Captain America. Anybody knows me, you know that I am a big Captain America fan. I've been wanting to have this debate with him for maybe a good 6 months now. So I'm really looking forward to this damn debate right here. But today we're going to jump it off with Rick wanted to talk. Or you know what, Rick, explain what you want to talk about with Deadpool and Joker.
Oh, so Deadpool's already out, right? So people have already seen it. So we're not going to get into that part of it. I personally have not seen it. Mark has. He's keeping it to himself, which is what we do here. We don't do spoilers, but I'm kind of curious because now we've got 2 R-rated superhero movies coming out between Deadpool and Wolverine and the Joker sequel. The biggest thing I wanted to talk about is I want to know where people stand in terms of what do they think will be the bigger rated R film, because let's not forget that while everybody loves Deadpool, the Joker movie was not expected to do $1 billion like it did, and it took off. So I know that they're pivoting or expanding on that character and his role, and they got Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. That's interesting in and of itself. The fact that it might be a quasi musical kind of deal. I'm kind of curious to see where people stand on that. Where do we think who will have the better film in the long run? You're going to go from a comedy, Deadpool and Wolverine, probably geared more towards a comedy, where the Joker 2 is going to be more of a serious tone like the original. So I'm kind of curious to see where that one shakes out. What do you think about those two movies, Mark? What do you think? I mean, like, again, you've seen Deadpool Wolverine already, so you already know how good one is.
The Joker, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did because, I'm thinking Batman, Superman, Justice League. Joker was totally, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, the shit was dope. Once again, it took me by surprise at how good it was. Because it wasn't like your normal superhero movie. Because for one, Joker is not a fucking superhero. Joker is just a badass villain. But it was more of a mind fuck. Like, it was more psychological than anything. And for us growing up with comics, growing up with the cartoons, watching the Joker on certain movies, this was a total 180 from what we were used to growing up, and even during the Batman films. Like this Joker right here, I would love to see him kick Michael Keaton. I would love to see him kick Michael Keaton ass, and like this dude was fucking crazy, yo.
Right.
And I enjoyed it.
Right. Well, when it comes to the Joker, I thought it was a phenomenal. It was more psychological, and that's what that character is. The more he evolved, he went from the goofier, campier style Joker of the early days to a more psychological mastermind of psychology and mental games. And it was interesting to see because there is no, in the comic book world, there is no true origin story for the Joker. There's been a few of them that they've kind of toyed around with over the years, but they've never actually confirmed anything. But this one, to me, I think was, if there was going to be an origin story, I thought that this was the perfect one. I accepted that one as it. So, like, it was done so well, you believed that Arthur kind of devolved or broke mentally into the actual Joker character. So I think it was really well done. I think people are going to be looking forward to the sequel. Will it live up to Wolverine or Deadpool and Wolverine? I don't know, man. That movie did over 400 million in its first weekend. Like, it's the weekend barely got over, and it made almost $500 million.
And I mean, and to be fair to the Joker, like, we can't sit here and compare their impact, because the Joker has been a Joker long as we known. This Wolverine and Deadpool shit, that was something different because of the big hoopla around Marvel acquiring their rights. Mm-hmm. So that was like, oh shit, what is Deadpool going to do? And then they added extra to it when they said, hey, fuck it, we're going to bring Wolverine back. Not just Wolverine, we're going to bring Hugh Jackman back. So that was just like, oh shit. So the build up for that was, and I remember me saying, I'm like, yo, I hope it's not a letdown. Because
Mark was big on being let down on that one.
The hype for that movie was just so, it was bigger than a fucking movie, because you were just anticipating, oh shit. Well, and like you said, with the R-rated, Marvel has not done an R-rated movie. And we all know, if you've seen any of the Deadpool movies, he is totally different than anything that Marvel has done. And I will say this, not to spoil anything. The first 2 to 3 minutes of the movie, you realize that Marvel is in for some shit. Like, I was sitting here like, damn, I cannot believe that they went from non-cursing Captain America to my man screaming fuck and shit in the first 2 minutes. So it's like when the first came on, you just knew this shit was fucking different.
Right. Well, I remember the interview. I read it. I didn't actually see the interview, but I read what someone wrote on it. It was Ryan Reynolds was actually surprised just how much of a blank slate Disney gave him and how much of a long leash they gave him. So I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out.
You won't be you won't be disappointed if you're a Deadpool fan. I would say this. Marvel, Disney, whoever the fuck you want to call them, did not put them in a box. It's like Rick just said. They gave them total freedom. So if you like the Fox version, you're gonna fucking love this version right here. This shit was this shit was fucking this shit. But what made it so good to me, I mean, not just because it was Deadpool and Wolverine, it's the jokes, because we all know Deadpool is good for his fucking humor, but it was how it was constructed that made fun of Marvel, MCU, but it gave so much light to what is about to happen in the MCU that you're like, oh shit, the jokes are funny, but in the jokes are a whole lot of truth of what's about to happen in the MCU. So I'm like, oh shit, it was well fucking done. I put it like not as a fan of Marvel, but it was well fucking done.
All right. Yeah, see, I think that's where the defining line is going to be between these two movies. Deadpool and Wolverine has more of an impact on the larger universe, whereas Joker is kind of its own standalone movie. So will it live up to the same expectations? I don't think it will. As a movie, as a box office draw, absolutely. As something that might be changing to the whole, DCU going forward, I don't think it's going to have the same impact.
I can't wait to see Joker 2. Like I said, I was surprised by the first one, and I was actually, I'm anticipating, I'm anticipating watching it. I like Lady Gaga, and plus, parts of the shit was shot in the Bronx too, so I'm all for that shit right there. I'm all
for that. Mark walking to the subway.
I thought about going down there when they was filming, but I was like, yo, nah. Like the whole neighborhood was out. I'm like, nah, I ain't got time for this shit right here. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Deadpool, highly anticipated movie. It was great to watch in the comfort of my own home. I can tell you how I did it. I don't want y'all trying to ban me and pirating and all that other shit. Joker 2, I can't wait to see that. Rick got me on that DC shit. I don't know why. But I'm gonna get that shit to try. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. For anybody that was living under a rock, last week was San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, it was a lot of good news, that was brought out, but it was one in particular that really ruffled Rick's feathers. And not even Rick. I would say half the fucking global universe was just either you were happy or you were fucking, I don't know if anybody was mad. I would say happy or confused.
Maybe a little disappointed.
Maybe a little disappointed. We all know what happened with Jonathan Majors and the Kane Dynasty. I will say this later on. So Marvel came out and said, hey, we're going to, actually, they really didn't say that. So I'm not going to put words in their mouth. I'll get on that later. They just came out and announced that the Kang Dynasty will now be replaced with Doomsday. But that wasn't the big news. The big news was who was going to play Dr. Doom. It's no other than Robert Downey fucking Jr. Rick has some things to say about this. Rick, how do you feel about Downey Jr. taking over as Dr. Doom?
So here's the thing. I am always excited to see Robert Downey Jr. in basically any role since he's come back to a more prominent role in his acting career. As far as seeing him back in the MCU, I will say that I'm a little bit disappointed in that. Not in the fact that it is happening. I have a feeling it might have happened. It might have been in the cards down the road, and they had to speed things up because of the whole Kang Jonathan Majors thing. But it being so soon, it kind of stings a little bit as a fan, because I feel like it kind of cheapens his whole role. It's too fresh, too close to the completion of Endgame in the end of his story arc. I see people arguing online like, y'all are just mad because don't you read a comic? This character exists in the comic. People aren't mad because the character exists. People aren't mad because it's comic accurate. People are kind of disappointed because they did it so soon. Like, we're not that far removed from Endgame, and you and I get it. Comic books, nobody's ever really dead. We can beat that dead horse until we're blue in the face. But like, it was too soon because you got all this hype. You had this great emotional scene at the end. You felt every bit of that movie. You were coming off the high of everybody getting back together in Endgame, and those portholes opening, and even watching the clips of the theater still to this day give me freaking chills. Just the people so excited to see this scene and this whole story play out, for it to be reset a couple years later. I feel like they did a little bit of course correcting. I feel like I think they kind of knew they were losing fans along the way, and they did a quick fix and slid him in there because they killed off probably too many characters too quickly. But will I see the movie? Hell yeah. Well, I'm not like the dead ass. I'm not going to be that stubborn about it, bro. But like, I don't know that it was the right decision.
I'm with you on that one. And I get it, because you'll hear motherfuckers say, like once again, I can't give away the fucking Deadpool movie. So I will say this. You've seen Fantastic Four, and you saw Chris Evans play Johnny. Mm-hmm. And you saw Michael B. Jordan. Well, shit, he played Johnny as well, but you saw him come back as Killmonger. Those are two entirely different things than what Robert Downey Jr. is doing. Mm-hmm. Those guys were not part of the MCU. Fantastic Four at that time was they were with Fox. So we cannot compare them and say, oh, well, Chris Evans did it. No, the fuck he did not. Mm-hmm. He was within the whole. You might as well say he played in fucking Batman. Like, that was a whole totally different thing. What they did with Robert Downey Jr. to me was kind of fucked up. And I get it, because you are grabbing for money. You're grabbing at people's heartstrings because, however, I would like to point this out. This is the fucking multiverse that we're talking about. And we're going to do Secret Wars. So anybody that watched the TV show with Samuel L. Jackson, I forgot what was A Secret Invasion. We know that Rhodey was not Rhodey. So there's a good chance that the variant that we get of Tony Stark is actually Dr. Doom. Like, I'm pretty sure Marvel is not that fucking stupid that they're not going to tie that shit in, because once again, that was part of the comic. Dr. Doom did want to be Tony Stark in the comic. At one point, he was Tony Stark in the comic. So I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're going to tie that shit in, and I get it. So now, part of that starts to make a little bit fucking sense. I'm pretty sure that they sat down and said, let's bring Robert Downey Jr. back after he just died. But no, we have to tie this shit in somehow. And I'm pretty sure once again, you see the Deadpool shit, you'll understand probably this situation a whole lot better after you watch Deadpool and Wolverine. Because this shit right here set up a lot of shit for the MCU that you saying like, damn, I didn't think about that. But the truth of the matter is, at one point, Dr. Doom he did become Tony Stark in the comics.
Right.
And with the variants that, there's so many variants all over the fucking multiverse that I'm pretty sure that they're going to write it in to a point where Tony Stark, either before he died or whatever happened, becomes Dr. fucking Doom. Mm-hmm. Yes, y'all, I do be reading shit.
I think don't get me wrong, it's still probably going to be $1 billion movie. Everybody's still probably going to love it, but that was my initial reaction. That was my knee-jerk reaction when it came to that shit. Like, it was so fast, so quick. I was like, yeah, I get it, but come on. Because I'm a fan of that long-term storytelling. You know what I mean? I want to see that shit evolve. I don't want to be like quick fix.
And you know who had the best reaction? Gwyneth Paltrow. I think she went on Twitter and she's like, "Oh, so you're a baddie now?" I was like,
Yeah, I saw that too. Yep.
I was like, "Yo, she's." So I mean, like, with even in the jokes, like, I mean, same thing with DC and Marvel. You know, movies could be fucked up, but we know that their writers understand the comic portion of this. So I'm pretty sure they didn't go to Robert Downey Jr. like, "Hey, let's just get you for heartstrings." Like, they're
right.
Pretty sure there is a method to what the fuck they're doing. That's going to shock. You know, that's going to shock everybody. And what I was alluding to earlier was this, and I wrote an article on this today. Well, yesterday, whatever the fuck I wrote that shit. Was that, hey, no one ever came out and said we're done with Kane. No one has said that, but everybody's just assuming that that's what the fuck they're doing. No one has ever said we're done with the fucking Kane character. They just said we're introducing Dr. fucking Doom. In my article, I wrote that there's a possibility that we can still recast Kane and bring them two back for the Secret Wars, since they both are a part of the Secret Wars. Like,
you and I both had that conversation. It was brief, but I think that down the road they had a plan for Robert Downey Jr. to come back all along. I think it got sped up a little bit. I think they leapfrogged the King storyline to buy them some time to recast or to let the dust settle on whatever's going on there. Again, we don't know. We won't know about that until everything that goes on. But that's just it. This could have been the plan all along, and they just said, well, like you said, they're both part of that same story. Let's just swap them for now and then circle back.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, it's a great idea. And, I'm curious as to see, how they work that out. But I will, as a fan, I'm not going to front. That reveal was the shit. Because like one camera view as Doom is stepping up, you heard somebody yell, Jay Leno. I'm like, okay, this nigga just played the Joker and shit, but no one expected Robert Downey Jr. When he took the mask off and did his, I was like, all right, that's some cold shit right there, yo. Like, I was like, yo, that's some cold shit. And once again, for you motherfuckers with the Deadpool shit, I will say this. The cameos in that motherfucking movie will fuck you up. I was sitting in the bed yesterday. I was like, yo, I had to pause this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But that's jumping to the Deadpool. I say that because as a Marvel fan, I'm excited for what the future holds. As a person that's coming around to the DC vibe, thanks to Rick as. I'm excited in the new direction that they're going in because as Rick I would say it all day long. They brought some Marvel guys in there to write the shit, but I'm not gonna say that too loud. You know what I'm saying? What we're doing next is we're waiting for Steve. He said he's backstage now. I don't see you, son. Because Steve wants to come on and we're supposed to talk the top 5 football movies. So we're waiting for him to come on. Nothing popped up that says you're backstage, bro. I don't know where you are at, Steve. I don't see you, bro. So I'm sending him a text right now.
I wonder if he's got an old link.
Nah, I sent him the new joint. Steve probably did click on the old link joint.
Yeah.
I have no idea. What the hell? Oh, wait a minute. There you go, right there. See, yeah, I don't know what Steve did. Wait a minute. He still got the white screen. All right, so everybody, we want to welcome Steve to the show. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a Captain America. Oh my motherfucking God. No, he don't got on the Captain America mask. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, so hold on. Wait a minute. All right.
I have to keep it authentic, right?
I can't even get the damn laugh out, yo. All right. Hold on, y'all. Look.
The shield.
Yeah, I'm saying a little bit of quick background real quick, right? So Steve Hissens was like, yo, I got, I want to be on the show, right? He's like, yo, I got my fucking mask ready. So I'm like, dude, the guests don't have to wear a mask and shit. Steve was so hyped to wear this motherfucking mask.
That's the funniest thing ever. I told Mark, I'm like, he stole my thunder. I was gonna get that mask.
Oh shit! And not even
gotta
that.
let him have it. He's got the
And-
name.
Yo, and not even that. He comes on the air with the motherfucking Captain America Endgame beard and shit. Like, no, Steve, fucking with you though. But on the strength though, we do want to welcome. Steve is like Steve is like the third fucking co-host and shit to the show. So Steve is always on the show. Since you got the whole Captain America shit going on. Wait a minute, Captain America don't wear chains, bro. I don't know what the hell, Captain America. You rapping, bro? we got Captain Hood out here. But no, Steve, no, real shit though. We want to welcome you to the show. All right, Steve had a topic in our group chat. I think it was last week, and we said we wanted to touch on it. Steve came out with the oh Lord, matter of fact, we want to let Steve jump it off. He came out with the top 5 football movies. Matter of fact, Steve, I can just let you go and you can name your top 5 football movies, bro.
Yeah. For me, I think probably one of the top football movies ever has got to be Remember the Titans. It's got to be in the top 5 conversation for anybody as far as a football movie. It's got to start there. I can't. Where did my list go? Because now I'm drawing a blank. All right. Where did that go?
Captain America don't need no list.
What do you mean? He came back with a list. He had to freaking catch up on his pop culture. He had a list.
I know I was catching flack for saying that Friday Night Lights and Varsity Blues might deserve to be in the conversation. Why am I drawing a blank right now? Wow. It's been a hectic day. All right.
Just think about Peggy, bro. Think about Peggy. You can do this.
Oh, Any Given Sunday. And then I also had, in my opinion, the Adam Sandler Longest Yard version.
All right, so wait a minute. So what's your 5? What was your 5?
Remember the Titans.
All right.
Any Given Sunday.
All right.
Longest Yard, Adam Sandler.
All right.
And Friday Night Lights and Varsity Blues.
Friday Night Lights and Varsity Blues. All right, Rick. So far, what do you think about that top 5? His 5.
Top 5. I pulled up a small list over here of these movies, right? And you can get anywhere from 25 to 50. And I'm looking at some of these movies. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know what that movie is. Anyway, a lot of the ones he names are on pretty much every list. You're going to get Remember the Titans. That is hands down one of the best football movies of all time. If you don't have that in your top 5, you don't. I would like to know what is in your top 5.
What is on your mind?
Facts.
Like, right. I think Steve did get a little bit of flack for Varsity Blues, and that for whatever reason, that's always going to be one of the top movies in my book. It was funny.
Hell yeah.
It was relatable. It was absolutely every bit of what high school sports are like, but it was even magnified by the fact that it's 10 times worse down south. Anybody who's played football or traveled for football knows just how fanatic they are down south about their high school football. Even like it's just wild. So I respect a lot of those lists. I do feel like there's a couple movies maybe left off. All right, let's see. I don't think anybody mentioned this movie, and I feel like we forgot about it. Freaking Jerry Maguire, man. How did that get left off of some lists?
Yeah, because I will talk about that one too.
Yep. Rudy, I didn't see people mentioning Rudy. I think that was one of the all-time classics.
List, I think. Yeah.
Yep. And then I caught flag, and Steve knows it about. I thought Little Giants should be on the list. Like, not maybe in the top 5, but that is an honorable mention kind of movie.
That was you that said that shit. I knew somebody said it.
I think the Little Giants is the Sandlot of football.
Yeah,
movies.
man. Ed O'Neill.
True. Good point.
So yeah, they're looking down the list, man. Those are some of the ones we left off that I mean, there's just so many good sports movies that mentioning those easily got missed.
Oh, I know that the other two that I would had. I think the Friday Night Lights and the Varsity Blues were my honorable mentions. It was the American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story, and the
I still haven't seen that one.
My other two, and then those were my honorable mentions. But yeah, there's a bunch of great sports movies out there.
Yeah.
All right. I guess before we start to debate them real quick, let me drop down and give my 5. We all said these same 4, so I'm gonna go with the quick. I'm gonna go with the quick same 4.
Great minds.
Varsity Blues, no doubt about that. People get that movie flack, and I don't understand why. That shit is fucking awesome. I mean, besides Dawson talking like a fucking Southerner, that was the only thing that threw me off the movie. I don't want your life. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Dawson? you just mad because Joey picked Pacey, motherfucker. Like,
hey, but he did break his dad's nose, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest
Friday Night Lights. For me, that was a good one. But Friday Night Lights was fucking dope.
It's not an entire TV show.
It was dope, but I still believe that the TV show was way better. Remember the Titans, like Rick said, like if you don't have Remember the Titans on your fucking list, like
do you know sports?
You don't know how to spell football. The other one was Any Given Sunday, which was probably number 1. Honorable mention before I go to my last one. I think Greg said it. He was like North Dallas 40. Now, Greg, my only issue with that is I put down a list of movies that I watched. I never watched North Dallas 40, so I can't rate it or rank it because I've never fucking seen it.
Exactly.
So maybe one day I'll sit down and pull up, like what's that shit? Turn movie classics or some shit, like some old ass shit that shit be coming on. Because I'm pretty sure I can't find that old ass shit on the Fire Stick because they don't go back. Let me stop for Greg, kill me though. But no. But Any Given Sunday. All right. And Jerry Maguire, look, bruh, who's coming with me? Who's coming?
Right.
Show me the money. Like, and we all know, like, I'm friends with the dude that the movie was about on Facebook. Like,
I can't hear you.
Oh shit, you can't hear me?
No. Jerry Maguire. I can't.
Oh shit! Goddamn,
I can't hear you.
Like, I mean, Jerry Maguire.
Jerry.
The only reason I don't have Jerry Maguire on my list is because it was more about the agent than it was about football.
Yep.
So I think he probably had like 4 scenes of dude playing fucking football.
Yeah, right. But he almost died on the catching his touchdown.
It was a good movie. Now, my 5th one that no one mentioned, and I know I'm going to catch heat for this, but I love this fucking movie. It's fucking Draft Day. I fucking love Draft Day. Anytime that shit comes on television, I watch that shit because the field, but this shit was about what goes on behind the fucking scenes that we don't know what GMs deal with. But trading draft picks, trading this. I'm like, yo, that shit was phenomenal to me. So that was my 5th movie right there.
I like it because it I mean, for a sports movie, it's good, but is it really a football movie? That's kind of like where it's kind of like that Jerry Maguire thing. Like there's not really any football happening. It's all behind the scenes, what management's doing, phone calls, clock running, who's get the pick in before the time runs out, get the trade. Like that's all that behind the scenes stuff. I mean, it's cool information, and I like that movie too. But does it count as a football movie?
Well, I guess we can call it a GM movie.
I want to know how Mark, as an Eagles fan, didn't name a movie like Invincible on there.
That's like the same as me like naming like Rudy. Like, I mean, Rudy played a little bit of football and shit, but it was Rudy was cool. Invincible was
it's a Disney movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. It wasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll probably watch Rudy anytime this shit pop up on fucking television. I ain't gonna lie. Invincible, no. I won't. I don't give a fuck about that dude.
Is it a Wahlberg thing or is it just?
Nah, the movie just wasn't. It just didn't. The shit just didn't appeal to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I like motherfucking Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. You know what I'm saying? Good vibrations, baby. Like, oh shit. Joe said, "Oh my god, damn, Joe, you right. The fucking program."
Oh, that came up in the chat. I remember that.
Joe said oh my God, how the fuck did we forget? Every time I see the program, I think Florida State. I don't know why they just remind me of fucking Florida State. I think that's what they were mimicking in the fucking movie, Play the Fucking Truth. But the program, the program, Halle Berry was in that shit too. So I watched that shit just for Halle fucking Berry. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was like young Halle too. She was like super dumb fine. What do you got? Invincible. We got, remember, We Are Marshall. Blindside. Hey, that falls into like the motherfucking the Invincible in the root. Like Blindside was dope. You know what I'm saying?
So is Radio, but you know.
Oh shit! Did you say Radio?
Yeah. Good move. See, that's the hard part. If we're talking,
Cuba Gooding Jr. hits the honorable mention twice.
Yeah, well, that's just it. I feel like if we're talking about good movies, they can be included in that. But like good sports movies, I think there's a distinction there. Like, what movies do you think of in your top sports movies?
Yep.
Or do you just think they were good movies that just happen to have sports in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, good point. And that's the case, and I would have to throw Jerry Maguire and the draft day up in there as well. So yeah. Y'all made good points. Screw both of y'all, you Casey and fucking Captain America ass helmet wearing fuckers. But no, Joe, you did. Yeah, I can't believe.
No, the program. You're right. Yeah, we missed
I forgot about the fucking program. That shit. I actually went to the movies to see that shit. That's how the program was. Yeah, program was the shit, the steroid shit, the Heisman shit. Like,
that's another one I'll watch anytime it's on. Right.
Yeah, that was some damn good shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Every
man,
time that's on, I feel like it's not on as much as we need a network that just has like old sports movies, man. I watch that more than these streamers.
Sports Network channel, man.
Hell yeah,
Sports Movie Network, yeah.
Yeah, all right, so ESPN needs to do that shit on a Sunday night or something.
All right, so since we got Captain America over here, this is something Rick started this shit off. I don't know what Rick's problem is. I don't know why he like fucking drama. First of all, I'm in the house last week minding my motherfucking business, and I was like, "Hey, I'm flipping through the channels." So, motherfucking Civil War was on. Captain America Civil War was on. So I go in a group chat. I'm like, "Oh shit, Civil War is on." Then no, here comes motherfucking Rick out the fucking blue. Was like, hey, well, fuck it. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, oh, his exact words were, oh, the second best Captain America movie. Me knowing Rick for 10 years, I'm like, you know what? I'm not about to get into this shit.
Don't do it.
So I actually told the chat, I'm like, Rick, we're not about to do this right now. I'm like, yo, you know what? We'll get on the show. We'll talk about the topic on the show. And the topic was, is it Winter Soldier or Civil War that was the best Captain America movie? Now, Rick, since you started the fucking drama, you get to explain why you think Winter Soldier is better.
I think, don't get me wrong, love both movies. We are not making that distinction like one is bad and the other one is great. I think they're both great movies. So let's get that out of the way front and center. I liked Winter Soldier more. I think without Winter Soldier, I don't think you have the impact in Civil War as much. I think Cap meeting Falcon in that scene set up the final scene in Endgame. That quote that made everybody stand and cheer was set up in Winter Soldier. Cap on your left that is a direct quote from the first 5 minutes of that movie. I think when it comes to the Bucky storyline from Winter Soldier, it also sets up the fight in Civil War. And like, obviously all these movies set up each other down the road and they're all interconnected. But I feel like Cap takes more of a stand because of everything that happened in Winter Soldier. We saw Nick Fury back. One of the best scenes I've seen in Marvel to this day, and I still will claim it, is when Cap throws his shield and Bucky just turns and catches it, that one hand, and he's staring back at him. I'm like, that scene is cold, dude. That is a good ass freaking shot.
Yeah, that was dope. I go for it.
it's just a lot of the emotion and a lot of sort of that downward spiral of the relationship between Tony and Steve was set up in this movie. And I think it was magnified because post Bucky, Tony was the closest friend he had. You know what I mean? He kind of latched onto him, but in the end, he drew the line at his old life. You know what I mean? He still had the emotional connection to Peggy. He still couldn't believe that Bucky was around. He still wanted to do everything he could to sort of redeem himself in his eyes. So I think a lot more of that movie was a little bit emotional. I think Civil War, we see the fallout from that. For me, I think if we take Spider-Man, the reveal of Spider-Man out of Civil War, I don't think people see it as high up on that list. I also think if it was a small scale Infinity War where they had all these cast of characters that they were bringing in to fight on each other's side. And don't get me wrong, again, still great, but I feel like that end scene and I will give Civil War the scene between Tony and the Steve fighting was phenomenal, dude. That was beautifully choreographed. Will not take anything away from that, but I feel like a lot more of the movie was blown up in the last probably 20 minutes to a half hour of it, where I feel like Civil War was more of a complete movie throughout the whole thing.
Steve, how do you feel about the two movies? Which one was better in your opinion, Mr. Captain America?
Well, actually, I'm going to make it really interesting because I honestly, in my opinion of the Captain America trilogy, if you're actually looking at all three movies, I see one of these as the one and one of these is the third best movie out of these. And the first one is right there in the middle in between them. So that's where I see it. And that, like, Rick made great points. They are all great movies for their own reasons. But I think it was kind of like he said that the Civil War was kind of its own mini endgame for, the Avengers and getting all of the cast together and sort of fighting each other, which, creates its own storyline. And they use all those storylines to tie into the next films and whatnot. You wouldn't have those storylines what they were without the first Avenger and that first story of Captain America way back in the World War I or II or whatever. So it's and all that dynamics, having Tony Stark's father being the one that created the serum and everything, and it all centrifies off of one pillar after the other. But I honestly, I think Winter Soldier was slightly a better movie because of it was actually more of a plot rather than let's throw a big budget, everybody on screen together. So I think it play, but they're all important and integral to each other. You couldn't have the series without one of these three movies, so they all need each other.
You know what? Screw both of y'all. How about that? How about that?
Knew it was coming.
How about that shit right there? As a fan of Cap, I mean, it's hard to rank because I love all three. But of course, I have to choose one. I choose motherfucking Civil War. I've always chose Civil War as the best Captain America standalone movie because, for one, the debate can go on forever about who's the leader of the Avengers. Those three movies showed you who the fuck the leader of the Avengers were.
Yes.
The Sokovia Accords was signed in Civil War. Well, supposedly signed by everybody in the Civil War. Except for Cap. And hopefully Brock can come on. We can discuss that shit, little punk. The reason, and to Rick's point, like he said, hey, if you take Spider-Man out the movie, that's the point. You can't take Spider-Man out of Civil War. That was the whole point of introducing him in a Captain America movie. Because, like I said, hey kid, you got a lot of heart. Like, think about it when Ant-Man got out the van and he met Captain America. He damn near shitted on himself. Think about when Spider-Man met Captain America. he damn near in the middle of a fucking fight, damn near shitted on him fucking self. Like the personal effect that we got with Winter Soldier, and we cannot deny that because that Bucky and Steve's storyline is so fucking dynamic that it's probably the best thing that you can find in the fucking MCU at that time. While they learned everything in Winter Soldier, everything came to the head in fucking Civil War. So it's as great as Infinity War was. That's why I could never touch Endgame, because you saw the foundation. But I want to know what the house looked like after the foundation was fucking built. Winter Soldier built the foundation, but the fucking house was built in the fucking Civil War. And like Rick said, the back and forth between him and Tony, that was always there, since they met. But to see them actually fight and Cap make a stance like, hey, we're cool, but that's my brother. Like, I will fuck you up for him. And he literally was, you know what I'm saying, was trying to fuck Iron Man up for him. I mean, we had Black Panther make his appearance in that. At that time, I mean, really Ant-Man was already done, but I mean, we had them pick sides. And like when Natasha was talking to Iron Man and he was like, yo, where's Thor, where's the Hulk? And she was like, yo, if they do come, whose side you really think they're gonna be on? Like, they not like, for me, the Civil War, the storyline was dope. The action was dope because you had Black Panther in there. Of course, I mean, you had Vision. You had a great ass fight scene at that motherfucking airport. Like, that shit was Endgame level fight scene at the fucking airport. That's what made the movie so fucking dope to me, because we saw them. I mean, we always saw them fight each other in the first Avengers. They always fight each other. But this shit was some totally different shit. This shit was more personal than any motherfucking thing. That's why I always go with Civil War, because of that was the thing with the Captain America movies. Those shits were, all three of them was fucking personal. I mean, not personal, they were more personal. Like Iron Man was, it was telling jokes and shit like that. But with the Captain America movies, that shit was so, like, you were more engrossed into the fucking storyline. I was like, damn, this nigga love Peggy. He went into the fucking water like a jackass. I mean, it is hard to pick. I'm gonna choose Civil War because it did, like Steve said, it set the foundation, for the Infinity War and for the fucking Endgame.
Fair. And also a point that you brought up was when Bucky caught his shield like that. I think they used that momentum at that kind of powerful scene a little bit later, didn't they, or did they not? When someone caught someone else's hammer.
That's true. I think there's a lot of that is the impactful moments. I think you kind of saw in those scenes. One, like, let's say the scene in Endgame where he caught the hammer. That was always tied back to what, the second Avengers movie?
I think Age of Ultron, yeah.
Yep. So we kind of see different spots of how powerful these people are, and it's kind of a nod to the people who aren't, and I want to say this the right way, that without offending anyone, that aren't casual fans, the people that have had the discussions in, who's the strongest, who is the most powerful, those happen more often than not amongst the diehard fans than people that just watch these movies as, a movie to watch and enjoy. So I think we see a lot more of those moments that are powerful and impactful like that kind of set the tone along the way. And I think that scene with Bucky was one of them, because it's not just like, this isn't the same old Bucky that Steve knew. That set the tone for the whole thing. He almost had to get reacquainted with him and, kind of win his friend back in those moments. So I think there was an influence there that he had to overcome. And I think that like Mark said, it was a lot more personal at that point.
One thing I didn't like in what was that shit? Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, right? Mm-hmm. I don't like how they made Bucky a bitch. I'm sorry. If that word offended anybody, then it's time to fuck off. Now, Winter Soldier and fucking Civil War, Bucky was a monster. So what the? I mean, what the fuck? Why was he such a bitch-made dude? And in the TV show, like he didn't want to fight no fucking body. Like this dude can fuck. He can punch through a wall. But in that TV show, like he wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm like, how y'all take probably the most badass motherfucking dude in the MCU, well, one of the badass dudes, and just straight turn him into a straight fucking punk? I never understood that.
I was annoyed with his character.
Hulk couldn't transform into Hulk.
Yeah, they did it with a few different characters. I mean, they did it with Bucky. They did it with Hulk. They made fucking Thor a sidekick in his own fucking movies.
That was the dumbest fucking shit,
bro. Everybody loved Ragnarok. I was like, dude, you made him the comic relief. You made him the sidekick, the laughable joke in his.
But that was the second time they did that. How about his beer gut in that one movie when he was sad and lonely over his girlfriend leaving him?
Mm. Yeah.
Oh! Endgame.
Tired.
Yeah. I mean, you got this guy who's a fucking
Thor the frat boy,
Viking warrior, and you turned him into a comic relief character. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a good, well placed one liner, man, a good comic relief in intense moments. But like, just to turn him into a goofy sidekick, and I don't know who they were trying to appeal to with that, but yeah, I was more mad about Bucky because like. She didn't get an end to a story yet, and that's if they don't give him either A, his own series, or B, his end to a story. I'm gonna be pissed that they're just stringing this character along for no fucking reason.
But no, he's in the Thunderbolts, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, but like you're saying, it's like at the same time, like that fake. I'm sorry, that fake Captain America show. I don't look, bruh. I have no issues with Sam. Like. You're a great wingman, but bruh, you are not no motherfucking Captain America. First of all, you don't have no fucking super soldier serum. Like, so, like that shit. I go for it. Like Marvel does some shit that pisses me off, and that was one of the ones that pissed me the fuck off. Now, yep. I get it at the end game when you gave the ball the shield. I'm thinking something different. Then I see the TV show. I'm like, first of all, the dude can't even catch the motherfucking shield, so we just gonna leave that one fucking low. You have no qualifications to be Captain America, bruh. None. First of all, you fly. You can't fucking fight. I ain't seen you throw hands in like none of the 8 movies you were in and shit. Really tell you fucking motherfucking truth. Like motherfucking Cap is the only motherfucker that I've seen actually Mike Tyson Thanos. Like on some real shit. Like my man just went up and hit this nigga compensate. I'm like, what the fuck? Other dudes hitting him with the hammer and a sword and lasers. My man 2-piece and Thanos. That was some other shit. But no, that shit pissed me off. And I think Bucky was like one of the only other people who could deal with the hand-to-hand combat like Cap could. But for Marvel to go a whole totally different direction, I never understood that shit years later, and I hope they do give him his mojo back in the Thunderbolts because damn it, we need it.
Well, they went the Sam route because it's one of those things where you hear people like, oh, they did it in the comics. Just because they did it doesn't mean it makes sense here. It doesn't make sense in the overall story here. It was weird to me, even at the end of Endgame, where he hands him the shield, and like I get it, he's close with Sam. He thinks he's gonna be a good leader, but like, there's a scene that stands out for me, and it's kind of how they underdeveloped the character altogether, where he's just like chilling in the back seat with Bucky and Cap riding shotgun, and like he has no lines. He's just riding around with them, like he just seems like that sidekick character. And again, that has nothing to do with Anthony Mackie. They just underdeveloped that character. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, here's the shield. You're like, wait, how did we get here?
Yeah, how do you go from wings to the shield? Yeah.
Thank you. Now they got a new Falcon. Like some other dude, like y'all just trading off shit and like, like yo, what? Like you really miss me with that. Like Bucky should have got the motherfucking shield.
Like why don't they get wings to the Hawkeye and then.
And thank you with that one. Okay, like you look at Natasha, Black Widow. I mean, you know, she's dead supposedly. And then you got Hawkeye. Like y'all have no superpowers, but yet I see y'all do super shit.
Mm.
You might have to put John Wick into the motherfucking MCU. That's the motherfucking case.
With a pencil.
Thank you. I'm saying like y'all should have been dead the first 5 minutes of the motherfucking movie.
Mm.
Like Thanos is punching niggas through like he's throwing motherfucking planets on people. but here you go with a gun and an arrow, and y'all survive all the way through motherfucking Endgame with a gun and a fucking arrow. Like, are you fucking serious?
Bro, you know what's wild? Because as you think about that kind of stuff, like, bro, those two characters would have been dope as hell as on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man. Because that was a more grounded show.
Yeah.
Ooh. All the espionage she knows too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Her and Daisy going at. Oh my god, yo, where the fuck is Daisy? Like, do we get
reboot Shield? Let's go.
Nah. The rumor was like Daisy's coming back for one of the Disney Plus shows. Like, I would love. Well, no, excuse me, not Daisy no more. We gonna call it Quake. Quake is coming back for one of the Disney Plus shows. That shit is like long overdue. And where the fuck is Phil Coulson? Like what the fuck is my dude at, yo? That's my dude.
What was that? I mean,
I was so mad the way that ended because like it finalized the story and it ended great, but I'm like, y'all left too much on the bone. Now I really want to go back and explore more of this story.
Yeah, and Phil was what's called his homeboy. Oh my god, what the fuck is doing? Nick Fury? That's his dude. Like, if he's alive with a mechanical mind or whatever the fuck y'all did to him, because they pretty much fucked him up. Why not come back? I want to see Fitz and motherfucking and Simmons. Yeah, I want to see them. I want to see Yo-Yo. Like, I want to see Mac. Who else we missing? Like, I want to see all them motherfuckers.
Right. None of them were killed off. They're all alive. They just went their separate ways. Like, come on, man. I
ain't gonna front though. And you know, and Rick, you remember, like, we love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, that was our shit.
Yeah.
Remember Comic-Con? Like, we couldn't wait till they did their motherfucking they panel. And we got to watch like the first couple of minutes of the news. Oh my god, yo, that shit was crazy.
That was a highlight of that weekend for me.
Yeah, doing the Comic-Con and seeing motherfucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on the panel. Oh, that was that shit right there. Lord have mercy. Let's see what we got. We're waiting for Brock to come on so we can start this. So we can start this motherfucking shit. Because I know Steve, as a Captain America fan, I'm pretty sure that he has some words for Brock because Brock hates Captain America for I have no idea.
Put that pin in that.
Word, I don't know if Captain America pissed in his cereal or I have no fucking idea what Cap did. But when I say he hates Captain America, like he hates that motherfucker with a passion. He calls him a bitch. Like, who fuck calls Captain America a bitch? Like, no one does that.
Look at
not even Captain Russia calls that motherfucker a bitch. Like, Brock just hates that motherfucker.
Dude, I don't even know why.
Look, I have no, but no, we need to start a motherfucking bring back Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. petition and shit because it's been like it's been a couple of years since that shit been off the air though.
It must stem back to that whole Odin when he made Thor's hammer, rather than having the opportunity to say this can only be wielded by Thor. No, he deemed that it would only be wielded by those deemed worthy, which means more than possibly just Thor could eventually be so, which happened to become none other than Captain America, being the only other person or being thus far to be proven worthy to wield the hammer. And maybe, I guess, Brock just must be jealous.
No, I ain't gonna speak for Brock, but I know where his hate comes from. And it's, once again, it has to do with these two movies, The Winter Soldier and The Civil War. He feels some type of way about, the whole not letting Tony know the truth about what happened. Like, there are reasons behind it. And for one, every superhero that we saw has a fucking flaw. Everybody has a fucking flaw. Even Cap had a flaw. The nigga was frozen for 70 motherfucking years.
And loyal to the boy he grew up in the neighborhood with from 7 years ago.
We say Rick changed my life with my return to the island of Laws.
Before he knew Tony. Like, how's he?
Let me see what Joe say. Joe said you changed his life with the island of Lost, and now AOS. I can't with Joe.
Hey, look at that's a whole other freaking podcast, man. We talk Lost. We're going on for at least 2 hours.
Nah, bro. I don't even,
talking about Lost.
I don't even know if I got the fucking mental capacity to even fucking sit here and try to break down Lost and shit. That was some. Yeah, and then once again, that's another show that Rick and was telling me, yo, you need to watch. I had to catch up before the last, like I literally had to catch the fuck up. I was binging. I'm like, yo, this show is crazy than a motherfucker.
I never really could get down with it. It's just one of those that
wait a minute, hold on. See now, did you just say you could not get down with Lost?
Yeah.
Whoa.
How the fuck did you go through your life not watching Lost?
I've seen more episodes of Friends than I have Lost.
Look, I'm going to tell you flat out, Lost is one of those shows that starts off, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? But like, dude, once you're on the hook, it's over. Once you pick one of the storyline that drags you in, you're like, what's going on? I gotta know. I gotta fucking know. And it's different. Lost is one of those shows that it existed in a time where there wasn't streaming. So it had a lot of those water cooler moments where you stood around and you chatted people up on what you thought A, B, and C was.
I'm actually working on a list of shows that are, in my opinion, the most rewatchable / bingeable shows that are from past that you can just get down now with all the modern advances and pluses and Netflixes. So it's interesting. I'm literally working on that series now, and it's just like you said, it's that hook ability. 1 or 2 episodes, the pilot. If the pilot gets you and you're in from the pilot, like that's a win. So it shows like Prison Break, Breaking Bad, those first episodes, 24. You're just like you're in Criminal Minds. It gets you.
Oh, I got the beep. I got the beep in my ear. This motherfucking Brock is now in the green room. So we're going to bring Brock on right now. And everybody,
gloves are coming off. Let's go.
Yeah. We're going to welcome Brock to the stage. This motherfucking Brock ain't playing. You about ready. First of all, Brock, you can't even see. You scared already, bro? You hiding your face? Oh, there, look at him. Look at him in the car already. Look. He's about to go stick a bank up. Look at him. Brock, what's going on, bro? I don't know what Brock over there doing. Look, trying to get his face ready. We don't want to see. Is that a Chargers hat you got on? You already disrespecting the show already.
I got no audio on him. You guys got him?
No, Brock, we can't hear you.
Unmute.
There we go. Sorry, gentlemen. I'm actually at work right now, so I have to kind of do this on the fly. How are you boys doing today?
We good. We're just sitting here waiting on you. Since you at work, we're gonna jump right into this shit. Brock, why the fuck do you hate Captain America?
I don't hate Captain America. See, there's this notion out there that I despise this dude, that I hate this motherfucker, that I think that he's America. When in reality, it's simply not true. I'm just one of those people who points out the undeniable flaws in Steve Rogers' Captain America. All right, and just because y'all don't want to recognize truths, that doesn't mean they don't exist. So that's what I have to say about that.
But I'm saying, what's the truth about him that we not recognizing?
The motherfucker's a racist. All right. Listen, as soon as Captain America, whatever the first movie he was in, I forget the name of the title. As soon as that thing cut, he was dropping M-bombs faster than the U.S. dropping atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. All right, there's no way that he wasn't. All right. First of all, let's look at that movie. When he was a skinny little boy, where was the black people in that entire film? All right. It was like a lot of our viewers' fathers, nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. I'm sorry. You like let's think about this. Steve Rogers, right? Not our Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers, Captain America, was living in Brooklyn before Jackie Robinson became a Dodger. Just to put that out there. So if you want a realistic interpretation of what the environment was like, go watch 42 with the wonderful late Chadwick Boseman. Phenomenal film. that will give you an insight into the environment Steve Rogers grew up in. So don't tell me that he's just gonna look at Nick Fury and be like, "Oh, what's going on?" Wrong. And that thread of 1940s racism, sexism, misogyny, ageism, whatever you want to put, carried with him all the way through his entire career. And that's why he makes some dumb decisions that we see throughout the rest of the films.
Now, hold up. Now, Steve, now in the first movie, there was a black member on Steve's team. Let's not forget that. So we can't say that Steve was a race. I never heard Steve even utter or even mouth the word nigga or any motherfucking thing, any motherfucking movie. So I don't know where you get this whole racist shit from Captain America.
Okay, first of all, have you ever been?
Do you subscribe to the Grassy Knoll Weekly to get this information? Where is this coming?
And life experience, like first of all, I be picking up old people all the time. We just be talking about life. They be talking about the roses, and they be talking about the sky, and they be talking about their grandchildren, and then we pass by a nice African American family, and they just be dropping the N-bomb just out of nowhere, right? And like whoa, like you don't think that was going on with old Stevie back in the day? Wrong. Right,
so what? Wait, no. You're speculating that Steve is dropping the N-bomb.
He's speculating.
Yeah, just because one person grew up in that time doesn't mean that everybody was like that. You can't say every single person from that era was.
First of all, I would like to make you
Brooklyn is above the Mason-Dixon line by a few states.
You're a damn fool.
May I just stir the pot? But, hey, I'm just saying, do I think Jerry Jones is racist, the owner of the Cowboys? No. Do I think that he was right there at those marches when they were integrating the school system? Well, we know he was there. I'm just saying, sometimes we're a product of our own environment, whether we like it or not.
But Steve had a black dude on his team. Or he would have said, yo, I don't want this black motherfucker on my team. He's a racist.
Do you think Disney's going to put that in a movie?
Yo, but I'm saying, but you come on here saying that Captain America was a fucking racist. You trying to put it in the movie.
I'm not saying he was a racist. He had some racial tendencies.
This is not motherfucking Brock's MCU universe and shit. You just
like in some parentheses in the subscript of the script that we don't, it hasn't been released to the public. But
it's the director's cut. Like what?
Directors?
I can't with Brock. Brock is a damn fool. But no, real shit though. I do see that rich kid shirt she got on though. Oh, see, look. See, Captain America came and took your ass out the damn car. Now you got screen and went black.
You know what I heard? I heard was like, "What's up, Chinky?" And I got kicked out. It was weird. It was very odd. Okay, so real talk. That was all just make believe, bullshit, just joking around. Do I think Steve Rogers is a racist? No, I don't think Steve Rogers is a racist. Do I think he believes in gender roles? Probably. You know, I think he would much prefer Peggy to be, you know, at the home making cornbread. But you know, hey,
Brock, where you be getting this shit from?
I mean, he just because he didn't have the same values as being the millionaire flamboyant player that Tony Stark was doesn't mean he's. I don't know.
Brock out here making up shit about Cap. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, first of all, how many people you knew that was 20 in 1940 that was real well adjusted to social issues?
Bruh.
And
I mean, that could be anybody. No, I guess we could say the same shit about Peggy too.
Oh,
like we don't know.
Honestly, though, her in real life, like the actress, she's been saying some questionable shit.
See, here you go. Now we trying to stick on the MCU. And you taking that shit.
Reality and fiction.
No. We're not letting that go down. Captain America was not no goddamn racist.
This puzzle piece does not fit this puzzle piece.
Brock, it's that fucking Chargers head. I'm telling you, it's just squeezing his fucking brain cells.
No, hey, I'm telling you right now, when he found out he was going to be teamed up with the Falcons, he had to take like a good 10 hours to meditate and think about this. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fucking
that
road dog right
is not increasing your synapses responses.
I cannot with fucking Brock, yo. It's that motherfucking dry ass fucking Vegas fucking desert and shit that you got there sniffing them fucking sniffing that.
It's 120 degrees right now. You got to give him some slack.
Hey, Mark, you telling me right now, if you compare 2020 to 1980, right? 2020, most people are living in the 40s, is dead now. You compare 2020 back to 1980, there is a clear comparison, a clear graph chart somewhere that shows that there is a decrease in racial slurs spit out since the year 1980 to 2020. And you know what happened? Steve Rogers' generation died. That's what happened.
Hey, what about that?
I see. First of all,
then his social media from when he was a kid came popping back in the past because he said some questionable stuff, and he went from a first round pick to a second round pick. Yeah, I think that does not fully equate there.
Steve Rogers know he bugging.
Where the fuck do you get this information from? See, your comics, I don't know what they writing over there in fucking Vegas and shit, but you got the bootleg version and shit. You reading the fucking Red Skull version of the fucking comics.
He got the Hydra version.
So, once again, as we spoke about earlier, do you think that Captain America was worthy to yield the hammer? Oh shit! Now, see, look! Now he want to go black. Oh, he's back. Oh, we can't hear you. Turn up that Chargers hat.
Power surge.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello?
Yep. There you go.
I apologize, gentlemen. My phone's about to die. Let me charge this thing up for like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna hop right back on if that's cool with you guys.
All right, cool. We good.
See, I think the real problem is he's confusing Captain America
sure.
with
I
Hulk
see you guys
Hogan.
like five,
right.
6 minutes.
All right, Brock.
No. It's the same thing. One just on steroids, and one got like don't tell.
They're both on that needle.
I literally heard Steve Rogers say, when Triple Mania comes to you, you better get ready. I'm just saying. I heard it somewhere down.
Oh my God.
I'll see you bust a little bit.
You want
All
these
right. All right, we'll be here. I cannot with Brock. Brock said Captain America was a racist.
I don't even know where to go with that. Like,
now, I mean, back in those days, I mean, we all know what it was, but to say that Captain America was a motherfucking racist, like
that might qualify as preposterous statement material.
But the thing about that is, long as me and Brock been talking about that has always been his argument. He has never backed away from that shit. That has always been Brock's argument that he believed Captain America is a fucking racist. That has always been his argument. I guess he's going to die on that hill. It's a crazy hill to die on.
I mean, but I guess just the off the top, like, shoot a hole in that theory. Who does he offer up his shield to? The first chance he gets?
But no, in Brock's mind, I guess that's a variant.
Bucky, does he? He gives it to Mr. Falcon.
I told y'all Brock crazy. Now listen to me. Brock came on here live and said that Captain America is a racist. Brock is wild. And before he left, that was one of the questions that him and I had discussed earlier, was that do we feel that Captain America was worthy, because he thinks that he was a liar, not letting Tony. I wish he would come back on the air, not letting Tony know that the shit that went down between Bucky and
at least
Tony's fucking parents.
Argument to have that's based.
Yeah, that's a great argument to have. I should have led with that, but I didn't think he was gonna come with the racist shit right off the fucking bat. That's the first thing out of his motherfucking mouth was that, Captain America's a racist.
That was out of left field, bro. And I didn't even
I was just about to say, he went left field right out of the.
That was some wild shit right there. Okay. I don't know what to say about that one there. But yeah, I guess, he got to charge the foe. But wait a minute, hold on. Brock, if you still listening, do you know you can like charge your phone in the car and still talk on the motherfucker? I do that shit all the time. Like I don't know,
maybe his flip phone can't do that still.
Like that's what I'm saying. He said maybe his flip phone. I'll say maybe the car gonna cut off. Maybe it's too much power and shit. Like I don't know. Maybe he still got a Motorola. I don't know what the fuck.
It's got a
Brock.
Charge first.
Nokia 3100. Come on now,
Brock. Yeah, we going in while you off the air. So I mean, shit. I mean, I guess it begs the question. In my opinion, I really don't know. Like I can't remember, so somebody can help me out. When exactly did Cap find out the truth about Bucky and Iron Man's parents?
Yeah. See that too. Like,
what movie was that?
I think it was an off-screen thing. I think he just asked him if he knew, and he said he knew.
Would that have happened when he was frozen?
That's not right. And like Rick is saying, like I thought he found out at the same time we all found out.
Right.
So it's like, but at the same time, can you?
He found out still, but at that time when he found out, it was before Tony found out, right?
Yeah. So Tony is like, yo, why didn't you tell me? But I'm like, yeah,
because
we're like you and I, we're cool, but me and him, we're like dumb cool. So I mean, Cap had a decision to make.
Well, but also didn't he not have like the complete picture? Like he didn't know why or what was controlling Bucky to make him do such a thing. So he was questioning the origin and the fact of why it would occur, and he was trying to find out the truth before he went and told his other guy what the truth he knew was.
Well, I'm going to take it one step further. I think in his mind, he was protecting both of them.
Both of them, that's what he thought he was doing.
When you take a look at Tony Stark all together, he was impulsive. He was irrational at times. He did everything off emotion. He was a very emotional dude. He reacted off instinct. He didn't think things through. So he knew if Tony found out right away without any kind of like build up to that, without any kind of I think guidance from Steve or whoever the case may be, that he might fly off the handle and do some crazy shit himself. So I think at the end of the day, not only was he protecting Bucky, he was trying to protect Tony from himself.
But you also got to also go back to, once again, Civil fucking War, when Black Panther lost his dad. They thought Bucky did it. So Black Panther, he wasn't trying to hear shit. He was just on a warpath to kill Bucky. So, in comparison, it's the same thing that Tony would have fucking did. And like Steve, and at the end, Steve did apologize. He was like, I'm sorry. He's like, I thought I was protecting him, but I guess I was protecting myself more because you would have put me in a fucked up position. Like, I got to defend him. That's my man since we were grade school niggas. And, and I just started fucking with you because you wear an iron fucking suit. Like, I mean, that was a tough situation. But once again, it showed the human side of Captain America as well. Every superhero got their fucking flaws. That was his flaw.
If you want to break that down in a different sense, different terms, Tony Stark was just his work friend.
I've been saying this shit for years.
Bucky was his life friend.
I've been saying that shit for years. Like, dude, we just cool on a work level.
We're work buddies.
Yeah. Cool. I ain't fuck with you. Like, every time we get together, we argue or we fighting. I don't fuck with you like that. But that dude, that's my man's. Like, that's my man. We grew up together. We joined the army together. Like, that's my dude. So if it come down to it, as you saw what happened in Civil War, I'm choosing him. Like, this motherfucker was whooping.
I don't even think so much that I think it goes a little bit beyond them just being friends too. I think that was his last bit of connection to his old life. That was his only bit of normalcy in a world where he didn't really know anything.
That's right, because Peggy died.
Right.
Peggy passed away. Damn, I didn't think about that shit, Rick. Good point there. Just damn Casey Jones mask on and shit.
Got me thinking harder today.
Yo, that was all these years. I didn't think about that. That was a tie-in. That was the last tie-in to his past. You had Peggy, but she was, she had passed away. And Hey, wait a minute. I got this question. Weird out the blue question. Not on some Brock shit.
Guess we all put our thinking caps on it.
In the movies, in Civil War, in the movie theater, two different versions to me. I believe it's two different versions. In the movie theater, I never recall him talking to Peggy. But on TNT, they got him sitting by her bedside. I'm like, shit, did I miss something in the movie theater? Was I drunk or some shit? I don't recall this. But on the TNT version, you know, sometimes they'll show extended versions. They got them actually talking at the bedside. I'm like, I don't recall this on the fucking movies.
See, because now I don't recall it either, but I'm like, man, they did that Agent Carter show. Did they somehow like tie that in? Like, where the fuck did that come from? Now that you say that.
Yeah, like
that's what to me. I feel like I knew that scene existed, but I don't know if it always existed.
Yeah, I don't think it always existed. So I was sitting there and watching. I'm like, yo, I don't remember this shit. I'm like, when the fuck did they have a conversation? I'm like, oh.
Disney has been known to change shit.
But I mean, you know, once again, it made it more personable for the future, because, you know, next thing you know that, you know, she passed away, blah, 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 blah. And that's another thing, real quick before we come back. Here's another thing that got me with a brain kicker. After he gave the boy the shield at the end of the movie, right? He goes back in time, starts a life with Peggy.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back. Well, you know what I mean? He comes back. And Sam says something that really threw me for a fucking loop. He's like, hey, it was hard to think about all these years without no Captain America. So you mean, was there ever an Avengers? Because Cap, once he took the shit back, he never returned. He was no longer Captain America. He never picked the shield back up.
Happened, but
so when Sam said that, I was like, wait a minute. So for 70 years, we never had the Captain America. Captain America didn't fucking exist. That's some wild shit, because he chose a life with Peggy. I mean, unless he was on some Batman type shit and going out fighting crime at nighttime. But I think he gave that life up. But then still, how did he age if he still had the motherfucking soldier serum in him? I don't know.
That's a mighty good question, because at the end of the day, well, they just did he not
shield stuff 70 years in the future if he's at home with Peggy?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, did he not age because of the super serum?
Yeah.
Or did he not age because he was just straight up in ice for 70 years?
Okay. So because hold on, I'm gonna get real crazy. So if he went back in time and undid his timeline from things, does that unwind the entire of any Avenger things from occurring? The whole Thanos, the New York, all of those, do they all
not even that.
All the people that died from Thanos, does that undo because he went back in time and on?
No, but remember, he also went back with the fucking hammer, but he didn't come back with the fucking hammer.
Ooh.
Where the fuck is the hammer?
Ooh.
Before he went to Scott, you know, the joint, he had the suitcase and he had the hammer in one fucking hand. Why the fuck did he jack Thor's hammer? But he never returned the bitch. He just put the shield back.
The biggest question is
hammer in that. They rebuilt the hammer. That's right.
Yeah. The biggest thing is my question is where did he decide to go back to live that life with Peggy? Did it start before he became Captain America? Did it start? Did he go back to before he was frozen in ice?
Now,
where did he decide to pick up that life?
Now, remember that final montage of them. He was like swole Cap. Remember, he was skinny dude in the army, so this was swole Cap. So that means he already had the serum in him.
Right.
So that's the part where I'm like, damn, Marvel, what did y'all do or y'all didn't fucking do? We need
more story, bro.
Yeah. It's like the Captain America shit. They were like, you know what? We're just gonna give him a happy life. We're not gonna explain that, you know, because she was he was swole Cap at the end of the fucking Avengers. I mean, at the end of the fucking Endgame with Peggy.
We need to work.
So he had the super soldier in him. So there was like no Captain America for 70 motherfucking years. So that means there probably was no fucking Avengers for 70 motherfucking years. That's how I'm like, oh shit. Did anyone else catch that shit? Like, I'm like, I can't be the only dumb motherfucker who caught that. There's no way in hell I'm the only one who caught that.
We need a new limited series. We gotta know it. We demand answers. Let's go, Disney.
Not even that. Are we also to believe that 70 years passed and him and Peggy ain't had no motherfucking kids? Like, do we got little cats running around?
Where's
Like,
Lil
you
Cap?
know what I'm saying? Do we got like little cats that's about to join the Young
And
Avengers?
does
Like,
Lil Cap have serum in him because it's DNA?
word, like, did he nut up some super serum and and Shorty when they was doing it? Like,
He's Peter Parker's real dad is.
Super kid.
oh shit. Oh shit.
The spider didn't give him the powers; it activated the powers.
No, I mean, like,
You're gonna see that comic in like 6 months. Watch.
Like, you think about that shit, like, yo, I thought about that, like, you know, they got, you know, back in them days, you know, I mean, you know, they got married, they had kids. Like, are we really?
Right.
But remember, Peggy had kids before she died. So, like, are those kids like, where the fuck are those kids at, son? Like, what, they just roaming around, like throwing shields and shit at motherfuckers for toys? And so that's always something I always wondered. Like, when Endgame and shit was going off the air, it was like, he lived a life. Obviously, he was still fucking Cap because he still was able to time travel. So he still had that Cap shit in him, and he still remembered who Salmon was. So he wasn't fully uncapped. But I'm pretty sure there's some little fucking Captain Americas and Peggy Carters running around this motherfucking world. When the fuck do we get to see them?
Right.
I'm sorry. That was just my motherfucking thought. So I got, we got Captain American super soldiers sperm running around this motherfucking world and shit, and some motherfucking Earth. But I believe that he dies. I mean, I think he's going to have an off-screen death. I think that's what the funeral was in the trailer for the new Captain America movie. You know, you just can't, honestly, and I hate to say this, like, Tony was Tony, but you can't kill Cap on screen. I mean, like, you can't. Like, I can't watch somebody kill Captain America on screen and not drive up to the Marvel Studios and beat the shit out of Captain.
He's like, I'm walking out of that theater, bro.
Like, hey, I'm not. So if you kill him, you got to do that shit off screen. I think that's why they aged him. Like, or he's just going to die peacefully in his sleep. Like, I can't see that. Watch somebody shoot Cap in the head, you know,
right,
with a sniper rifle.
Have a Thanos snap of the finger, erase him into dust.
Yeah, and with the Tony shit, I'm like, well, okay, I really never gave a fuck about you anyway, fucking Iron Man, so I don't care. I mean, no offense to the Iron Man fans, but I didn't fuck with Tony like that. Sorry, Pepper. Pepper and his daughter. Oh shit! Damn it! I can't tell y'all the movie. Man, could y'all just hurry up and go watch motherfucking Deadpool? God damn! All right, which one y'all got a Fire Stick, yo? Like seriously, I'll tell you what motherfucking app to download so you can watch the motherfucking movie. And I'm sorry, Facebook people, StreamYard people, Fire Stick people, if you sit here watching this motherfucking show, look, first of all, I didn't wake up one morning and say, let me go teach the world how to jailbreak a Fire Stick. Only motherfucker who could teach somebody how to jailbreak a Fire Stick is the motherfucker who built the Fire Stick. Plain and simple. Remember back in the days you could jailbreak your fucking Xbox? Only people who could teach you how to jailbreak an Xbox is the motherfucker who built the fucking Xbox. So anyway, if y'all want to know the app to go watch motherfucking Deadpool, hit me up. I'll tell you how to download the motherfucking shit so y'all can watch Deadpool because goddamn it, I want to talk about it. Y'all killing me right now. Steve, with your motherfucking Captain America hat on. And you, Casey Jones, with your fucking Ninja Turtle hat on. Yo, where the fuck is April? What happened to you in April, bro? Like, why y'all break up? Like what the fuck? Like, I thought April, you and the redhead was good together.
My favorite turtle character.
Yo, listen, if we're gonna talk about the fucking Ninja Turtle, can we just talk about what the fuck with these latest movies they did, man? That was an abomination on every fucking.
They got new movies?
Wait,
I mean, they might be about 4 or 5 years not old by now, maybe even a little bit older than that. But they made them like too realistic, like turtles. Like in the old school '90s movies, like yeah, they looked like turtles, but they didn't look like.
Worse than the Vanilla Ice Ooze one.
Yeah.
No, the first one was a classic. The first one was a fucking classic.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, like
I still quote that movie to this day.
Yo, who did they jump on the roof? Was it Leonardo? I can't remember which one. I think it was the purple nigga. Or was it the red dude? Raphael. Oh, I don't know which one it was, but they whooped his ass. And then they threw that motherfucker through the roof and shit. And I was like, yo, that was some more gangster shit. But as a kid, I was like, mommy, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why they just beat up that motherfucker like that?
Hard for life right there.
But when he came back and he was, look, the Turtles, the first Ninja fucking Turtles, that is a classic motherfucking kung fu movie. I don't give a fuck what y'all fucking say. That shit was kung fu. I don't give a fuck. They could be in the Turtles.
That's another movie I will watch every time it's on.
What, the Turtles?
Yep.
Like, man, yeah, niggas, motherfuckers could joke the Turtles all they want. Turtles was.
What channel can I find it on? Because that would be something I would run into and let it. Yeah.
See, once again, I can give you the motherfucker. I can give you the Fire Stick app.
We grew up on.
I just got that beep in the headphone. This crazy ass motherfucking Brock is back, and Joe. Joe was talking about laws. Oh, Joe just come out random. Brock is back. So, all right. So we got like 30 minutes. We talked about this cap shit. Where Brock?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Is my boy Brock back with his?
Yes, sir.
You know. Oh, there you go. All right. So we did the cap shit. Me and you, we got a score to settle. You already know what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
All right, so for all you Wire fans out there, a couple months ago I wrote an article and I said that Stringer Bell was smarter than fucking Avon. Brock decided to go fucking binge watch The Wire and shit.
Now he thinks he's smart.
No, real shit. Like Brock sat there, I think in like 2 or 3 days, he binge watched the whole fucking show. So,
damn.
Everything that he's seeing is fresh in his head, which he has a little bit of advantage over me and shit because everything's fresh in his head. Now, Brock thinks that Avon was smarter than Stringer. Since Brock is the guest, you get to go first, bro. What makes you think that Avon was smarter than fucking Stringer?
The pure fact that unlike Avon, Stringer Bell is a bitch. I mean, there's no other. Damn it! There's no other way to put it. I mean, when Avon went away the first time and Stringer Bell had his reins loosened and he was the man running the Barksdale crew, what happened? Everything went to shit real fast. Every decision he made had an unintended consequence that hurt and eventually led to the downfall of both Stringer Bell and the Barksdale crew. There's no decision that he made that benefited himself, the Barksdale crew, or anybody in general in the long run of the show. As a matter of fact, Stringer's ignorance is the exact reason why Marlo, I forget his last name, Marlo was able to take over and essentially rule all of Baltimore. It was because of Stringer Bell's lack of vision, inability to understand what he is, what he could be, what he couldn't be, and most importantly, he never truly believed he was one of them. And that's the one downfall that is the thread across his entire story.
Fuck that. You're wrong. No. Now, you saying that nothing ever benefited. The fucking co-op was a pure fucking genius fucking move. The co-op stopped all that nonsense, all that killing. It stopped everybody. Everybody was eating. Everybody was motherfucking eating. Until Marlo, of course, he's a wild card. He's the asshole. I wouldn't say Stringer. Stringer came to him and was like, yo, I want you to join the co-op. But Marlo wanted to be Avon. Stringer's issue to me was, once again, I mean, you know, he wanted to play the away games. I wasn't mad at that because anybody that hustles will tell you your goal is to get the fuck out the game and go legit. He told Avon dumbass, he's like, yo, dude, you ain't got to do this shit no more. We got money. We got real estate. We good. Why the fuck you as a leader still want to hustle? That's not what you should be doing.
Yeah.
I never understood that about Avon until Avon said it. I guess I'm just a gangster, I suppose. No, you dickhead. You the king. The king sits on a fucking throne. I never understood about that dumbass fucking Avon. And then I would end it with this, and Avon said it the fucking best. He said it. Stringer was right all along. Fuck Marlo. Fuck these corners. He said it. Stringer was right. So when everybody always say Stringer was smarter, I mean Avon was smarter. I say, yo, Avon told y'all in the end who the fuck was smarter. It came out of his own fucking mouth.
And what did Stringer say back to? Oh wait, Stringer's dead because he got because his own ignorance led to his own downfall. I like to take it all the way back. I want to take it all the way back. You know what Stringer Bell is? He's that best friend that's lurking when you with your girl. All right, you think that he's cool with you, but he's really just praying for your downfall, as he did with D'Angelo's baby mama. All right, let's not even begin to talk about the shady ass.
Okay, that was grimy. I go front. That was grimy though.
but that is not a one-off thing. That is a defining characteristic of the entire person that is Stringer Bell. Now, Stringer Bell understood that the game could not be won. That is correct. Stringer Bell understood that he needed to get the fuck out. That is correct. What Stringer Bell didn't understand was one, how to believe, and his ignorance and his naivete eventually led to his downfall. How do you have a lawyer like Levy right by your side and then still get played by Clay Davis? How do you have the power of the Barksdale crew and the Barksdale gang still get got by two deadly hitmen who you have been beefing with this entire time? How do you let Omar survive for this long? How do you let Brother Mazone come back and pop you in the head or pop you in the chest, however way he went out? If you are so smart, if you are Stringer Bell, how do you not even have a piece on you when you're going out and conducting business knowing you're still part of the game? Stringer Bell's not smarter than Avon.
Fuck that shit. No. Now, let's not forget.
That's exactly what's backwards.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget fucking dumbass Avon. Avon thought he had the motherfucking drop on fucking Marlo while they sitting in the fucking truck eating fucking chicken wings, throwing chicken wings out the motherfucking window. That's how Avon dumbass got shot. That's how his arm got fucked up, because he wanted to be in the fucking streets like a fucking pawn instead of playing the role of a fucking king like motherfucking Stringer was doing. Avon almost got himself killed because he was so fucking stupid. Plain and simple. You sitting here scoping this man out. Y'all sitting here eating chicken wings, throwing shit out the motherfucking window. While they sitting here scoping your dumbass house. They roll up on you. Let off shots. Pow, pow. Motherfucker, how did King almost get killed? That wasn't fucking Stringer who did that. That was Avon fucking dumbass who did that. Booyah.
No, I never said Avon was like the genius tactician that Marlo is. I'm saying that Avon is a lot smarter than Stringer because he understood what he was, what he is, and what he had to get done. Stringer thought that he was untouchable, thinking like he was somebody else, thinking that he could lurk in the shadows the whole time and not get touched. And guess what? He got pieced up, right? And when I talk about the co-op, you know what the co-op did? It allowed Prop Joe to gain an uncontrollable amount of influence and power because he was the supplier with the Greeks, and because of that, it became clear that Prop Joe thought he was better than everybody else and that he could control everything. And when he could try to control Marlo, the only thing he controlled was the way he died by cheese popping him in the head. Like, I'm sorry, like the exact reason Marlo became as powerful as he did is because of the lack of vision and the naivete of Stringer Bell. When Avon was running the gang, Barksdale crew was untouchable. They could not falter. And then when Stringer got put up, that's when the pieces started crumbling. Because Stringer, in fact, he was a king, which he was, but he was never a general, and that's the problem. He always thought he was better than everybody. He was Mark,
are you there?
Man, we lost the host.
Hello.
He's looking in the shadows. Chris Parlow and Snoop are now after me. I gotta go get away now. Well, going on to my further point while we get Mark back is that Stringer never really felt that he was a gangster. Never really felt that he was in the action. I mean,
he wasn't there. He was trying to play the 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He was trying to get both feet out. He wasn't trying to be the one dropping buys and raising his body count. And he was the hustler. He was the brains. That's why he was and always will be smarter, because he was the one that showed Avon all the things that he was lacking in his focus of his kingdom that you think he had so much power in. That shit was crumbling on right underneath him because of his naivety of what was and wasn't being done and accomplished. And Stringer started to get them accomplished And it was only because that Stringer's presence was there that it did last as long as it did.
I disagree. I say Stringer is the best number 2 man anybody could have ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's elevated to that powerful role, that's just start falling apart. Now Avon was definitely not this guy. I want my corner. Like come on, Avon. Like get your head in the game. I want my corners. I want this. I want that. But at the end of the day, there's an argument to be made that if Stringer didn't get himself set up to get shot, Avon would still be out on the streets because they would have been arming themselves up to go after and then have the cops bust them in the way that they did, and Stringer didn't get killed. They would have done things a lot more smoothly and more under the radar. Everything Stringer did was just making them known, right? Like, why was Stringer in the courthouse in the opening scene when D'Angelo's on trial? Why would you put yourself known? Like Jimmy McNulty, that's how they put. No one knew who they were. No one knew who they were. That's why Jim McNulty had to go to the judge, had to do this, had to do that, had to get special task force. If not for everything Stringer Bell was trying to do. You know what Stringer Bell is? He is Robert De Niro in Casino. That's exactly what Stringer Bell is, right? He thought he was trying to be bigger than what he was. He was making himself way too visible. And in the end, that's what got him except De Niro's character walked away in Casino. And obviously, Stringer Bell is now dead in a building that he owns. Hey, Mark,
right.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm back. I heard a boom and then a fucking power shit. I was like, oh shit. That shit said,
But no, Chris Paulo and Snoop got in. You better run.
Yeah, I don't know what. Now back to all that. They can say, oh, okay, they're like, oh, okay, well, Stringer set up Avon. Well, okay, but did he set him up to get killed? No, he set him up, well, to do his time. Like, were they both grimy? Hell yeah, they both were grimy towards each other. They both wanted something. I mean, but at the end of the day, that's why you love the show, because it was the game. That was the truth. That was the truth of the fucking game.
Absolutely.
They both made money. Avon wanted to stay in the streets. Stringer wanted to go legit. I mean, they were going to clash. They were going to bump heads. Now, which one was smarter? Of course, we all know we can make a case for both. I would look at Stringer from a business standpoint of wanting to leave the game. I could look at Avon as the king who wanted to keep ruling. Like, in a sense, neither one of them were fucking wrong. If they would have just sat down and fucking talked, they could have ran that shit forever. Marlo was not a fucking factor. Only reason Marlo was a fucking factor because Avon couldn't kill him. The only person who really can get close to him was fucking Stringer. For some reason, he respected Stringer.
But
Stringer's the only one that,
for the fact that I think the fact that Stringer was able to play so much in the shadows in the background also proved that his intelligence level being greater than Avon, because he was all the one doing all those back moves and other moves and moving around in places that Avon couldn't be in and couldn't go because of how public he was of being just the gangster. Stringer's character was able to do things in ways that nobody else could but Stringer. And I'll paint it in another way. You said that Stringer was the best number 2 guy you could have. Well, how about in the case of number 1s and number 2s, Captain Picard? Can you call Avon Captain Picard over Stringer?
Yeah, easily. Avon's a true leader. Avon understood what is. I would like to go back a little bit to the beginning, right? The Baltimore Police Department had no real idea how powerful the Barksdale crew was or who was exactly the members of it. You know what? Obviously, D'Angelo murdering Pooh Blanchard was the catalyst for everything, right? Because that's where we first see them in the courtroom. But then Jimmy talking with Stringer is the thing that set it off. I would make the argument if Stringer doesn't even show up to that courtroom, things go a lot different. But Stringer was always the guy that wanted to be out in public, always the guy that wanted to be known, always the guy that wanted to be visible, kind of like the figurehead, because figureheads typically, in a business standpoint, not in the game, in a business standpoint, they're the most powerful and they don't get touched. But because of that, that led to, obviously, the task force being made, getting pictures on everybody, the CIs, and that's what led to the investigation of the Barksdale crew. With that being said, you can directly tie Weebay's imprisonment, Avon's imprisonment, everyone's downfall except for Slim Charles right back to Stringer. Stringer's inability to not be punked was his downfall. If we look at the show, he just got punked over and over and over again. Levy was punking him. Clay Davis was punking him. Obviously, Omar punked him. Brother Mazone punked him. Like, he just kept punked. And then he died. Like, there's no other way to put it.
It's the same shit with Avon. What you saying? Go back to the first season. I think with Rawls and them, I forgot my man name, the tall black dude who passed away, was in John Wick.
Oh, it's Daniels.
Daniels. Avon driving around in an excursion. Once again, showing your fucking face. And they're like, yo, wait a minute. Ain't that the dude we just locked up? How was he out already? Once again, they both did dumb shit. They both did super duper dumb shit. My whole issue with Avon was like, dude, you are the fucking king. Why are you on a pawn level? That's what Stringer was trying to teach him. Like, dude, I'm like for instance, when Avon, when Stringer got killed and they went to his house, they were like, well, damn, this where he's lit, this where he lived. Like, dude was on another, like he wasn't with the dumb shit. He did some dumbass shit though, like fucking a baby mom. Like that shit was funny as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. But people got mad at him for killing, for getting D'Angelo killed. He had no choice because D'Angelo was about to snitch and bring that whole shit down. Avon, that's my family. We can't touch him. Dude, he about to bring your whole organization down. Someone got to make the fucking call. Avon, Stringer had to make the call. Like, yo, you got to die. The same thing with Michael B. Jordan character, Wallace. Like, yo, is he going to snitch to the cops? We don't know. But Stringer had to make the call. Like, yo, y'all got to take him the fuck out. Avon, you couldn't make that fucking call. He just couldn't fucking do it. But anybody, right. Brock, me and you in business together, you come to me and say, Mark, cool, we make enough money where we can own real estate in downtown Baltimore. We got money. Like Avon said, nigga, how much money you want? More than I can spend. What? The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but good. The first thing I'm doing, if you care what you're in that scenario, I'm getting opinions from trusted people in that field. I'm not relying on one person to make it happen.
But that's his man. That's his man's.
Well, Levy is their boy. I mean, not like their boy, but like their boy-in-law. And why wasn't, Stringer going with talking to Levy about this the whole time? Then when Levy was like, yeah, you just got punked the fuck out by Clay Davis, right? And then what does Stringer immediately want to do? He wants to go kill a state senator. What kind of intelligence is that? Oh, let's go assassinate a government official. That might be the dumbest idea I've ever. Sim Charles is like, are you like mentally ill? Like, I mean, who does that? Like, who does that? That part was stupid as fuck. I do give him that, but like the Clay Davis shit, and like Stringer said, I mean, like Avon said, like, yo, I seen that shit come a mile a minute. Like, of course, that's not our game. However, I do give him kudos for trying to make sure him and his boy is set. Now, the reason Stringer got killed, well, and I love Avon for this. I will always love Avon for this. When Buzz Mazone caught him at the barbershop, he was like, yo, your boy tried to get me killed through Omar. And Avon said, yo, what do I need to do to make it right? I'll do anything. At that point, I really believe Avon was willing to give his life for that. But then he said, yo, you can't make it right. Pretty much the only way you can make it right, you got to let me kill this motherfucker right here. Stringer never tried to get Avon killed. Avon got Stringer killed over fucking business. So when motherfuckers come at me with that bullshit, always think about that. He got Stringer killed over some fucking drugs. Over drugs. He picked drugs over his fucking man. Well, I would make the argument it was only a matter of time before Stringer went after Avon, right?
No.
Stringer was willing to eliminate anybody and everybody in order to retain his power.
But not Avon. He would never have done that. He got his boy killed over drugs. We don't know what would have happened, but what we do know happened is he picked the game over his motherfucking partner.
Wasn't there a point where Stringer was almost having to make the choice of taking out Avon and he refused to?
He decided to send him to jail. He decided to send him to jail for the 3 years.
It wouldn't be the first time that Stringer took out a Barksdale. I'm just saying.
You don't have a passenger in that motherfucker, do you? You got a passenger in there? Because they can join in too.
I just gotta call for a ride. Yeah, like, hey, let's get your take on this. Just pull it in the back. Just like,
Hold our general public audience.
Oh, Brock, you a damn fool. You are a damn fucking fool, yo.
bro, I just want to end my case because obviously this is something we never gonna agree on, right? But I just want to end my case by saying this. I think Stringer Bell was a better visionary than Avon, without a doubt. Not even close. However, when it comes to the execution of plans, Stringer falls way short to Avon, and that's what makes Avon better. Because it's it's like head coaches, right? Like who would you want? You want the coach that wins 12, 13 games a season, makes a playoff every year, and it's great? Or you want the coach that when he's in the playoffs, like his mind goes to supernova and gets it done in the fourth quarter? Avon's that fourth quarter coach. Stringer is the regular season coach, and that's why Stringer's the perfect number two.
I look at it like this: they needed each other.
Facts.
They both needed each other. As hard headed as Avon was, he needed Stringer's balance with the business shit. Stringer wasn't as street as Avon, so he needed Avon for that.
Yep.
They went this motherfucking way because they, one wanted to go this way, the other one wanted to go this way. They both were smart and dumb at the same fucking time. They were smarter together. Together, you couldn't stop them.
Oh yeah, if they were one character, if they were one person, they would have won everything.
Yeah,
facts.
They would come out on top.
It's like the same thing with Marlo. Marlo was a dumb smart dude as well. His problem was he wanted to be Avon so motherfucking bad that shit was like the greatest scene that I love in the show when he went to the prison thinking he gonna talk to the Greek nigga, and motherfucker Avon pop up. It was like, hi, I guess you didn't expect to see my motherfucking face, did you? Like, yo, you wanted to be him so bad, but you can't be him, bruh. Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the same time, Brock, you and I, we would never agree on that. I think one thing we can agree on is that at the end of the day, they needed each other. And that's where it all fucked up at. And that's where it fucked. Because they both was good in their own right, and they both did dumb shit. But together,
and that's part of what made that
you
show
couldn't fuck with them.
It wouldn't have been what it was without both characters. If there was only an Avon or only a Stringer, that show would not have
it wouldn't have worked. The show wouldn't have worked.
Not at all. Not at all.
The show. So you needed that. So yeah, bro. I mean, you still, I still say your article was wrong, but I'm saying at the end of the day, no. But at the same time, I do respect that because when I wrote the article, you have not watched the show yet. So I guess you were sitting there like, all right, what the fuck is he talking about? But after Brock watched that motherfucking show, he was ready.
Yeah, hey, everyone at Team MBS was like, "Oh, Wire is like this great ass fucking show, and Wire is the best show ever." I hear it all. I was like, "I gotta check it out," right? I mean, I got HBO Max, so I popped it on. I was like, "Oh wow, this is phenomenal."
Rick has not seen it.
Okay, bye. You gotta go.
I was tuned out just so I didn't get all spoilers.
Smart. These motherfucking years I done talked about this damn show. Rick has not watched it, yo.
Wow.
But yeah, he got me sitting here trying to watch The Flash and all this other shit.
Fuck The Flash. Fuck him. The Wire. That's where it's at. Hey, I appreciate you having me on. I gotta go back to work.
No, I appreciate you coming on, bro. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Definitely. Let's do this again sometime, bro.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
All right. Deuces, everybody.
Peace. Rick, I still don't understand how you have never taken at least a Saturday or a Sunday and sit down and say, you know what, let me watch at least the first season. It's like you talk about Lost. I guarantee you watch that first season of The fucking Wire, yo, and the episode's only like, 9 episodes long. You will be fucking hooked. But that is some remarkable fucking writing, acting, every fucking thing.
Oh, the sure cast is, and you know what? The cast is ridiculous. List on just the oh man.
The biggest problem for me was it was we always talked about it. We talked about it on the show one time. Like it was out about the same time that The Sopranos was out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the back and forth between Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. You know, some people gravitated to one or the other, and it was just what you were drawn to first. It's not that one is better than the other.
It's on the level what you gravitate. It's that
right. Good. Oh yeah, I've heard that. I mean, but again, it's dependent. If you started watching The Wire first, you got hooked on The Wire. If you started watching The Sopranos first, you got hooked on The Sopranos. You know what I mean? It was whatever you were exposed to first.
True indeed. Yeah. So trying to watch both at the same time when they both came on, I can imagine. I guess that's why I really never got into The Sopranos. Because I'm like, yo, I was so I get stuck on a character or a show like that's it. You can't tell me nothing. Like I'm not like same reason I don't watch other medical dramas because I'm like, yo, I'm not cheating on Grey's Anatomy. Like, yo, like that is like, Grey's Anatomy is my motherfucking medical drama.
I only need to hear the opening theme music and I'm done changing channels. Like it, music, come on.
Like, yo,
but Grey's Anatomy was another one. You either got big into House or you got big into Grey's Anatomy. It was another one of those shows.
And as we see, hey, we about to hit season 21. Like this motherfucker still rolling, son.
Yeah,
and Rick know how I am about. I don't play about no motherfucking Grays now. That's my that's my motherfucking show right there. Yeah, I did not fuck around with no fucking Grey's Anatomy. Yo, that's my shit.
Yes, sir.
And good, like Pretty Little Liars. I need a Pretty Little Liars show. Rick ain't watching. I need a motherfucking Pretty Little Liars episode. Joe, where you at, Joe? Joe, you still in the chat room, dude? We got to do a fucking Pretty Little Liars show, yo. Like. Stop bullshitting. Get your shit together. like I'm pretty sure Courtney probably watched the show, dude. We need a fucking Pretty Little Liars episode, yo. So Joe, goddamn it, we need to get this shit popping. Any other fans out here, Pretty Little Liar fans? Like, yo, let's do a fucking Pretty Little. Wait a minute, I'm about to say let's do a fucking request. I forgot this art show. We can do the fuck we want to do. Yeah, we need a Pretty Little Liars show. Rick has not seen it. I don't know. I've been trying to get him to watch the first episode, bro. You talk about a great mystery. Like I always say, I never in a million years thought I would watch a female. I thought it was for little girls.
Yeah.
7 seasons. I could not figure out who the fuck was the killer was. 7 fucking years. I couldn't figure the fuck out until the last episode. I was like, holy shit, I didn't see that coming. That was some great fucking writing. That shit is fucking awesome. Like, you want a mystery? Pop that shit into your motherfucking DVR or whatever the fuck you watching on your Fire Stick. You know, y'all don't have no Fire Stick, so I ain't fucking with neither one of y'all. But yeah, watch Pretty Little Liars, yo. That shit would have you fucked up. I got all Pretty Little Liars groups on Facebook and shit. Tell you what, I should write an article, drop that shit. Well, it should be like hundreds of thousands of reads and shit. They're like, yo, that fan base for Pretty Little Liars was no joke at the height of that show. I used to write like 3 articles a week on them motherfuckers. All kind of theories. I was wrong as shit. I was like, yeah, this motherfucker's a killer. I was wrong to the motherfucker. But, you know, I mean, that's a good show. How to Get Away with Murder. That's another great fucking mystery show. That shit was fucking phenomenal. That was some great fucking writing. That shit went backwards to the forward. That shit was awesome. That's pretty much about it. Oh my fucking god. It is. Oh shit. It's 7:57. Holy shit, y'all. Time to get off the air.
Yeah, we did some good freaking chatting.
Bro, and for the people that still signed on, because you know, we had like a quick power outage over here. I don't know what's going on in the Bronx, but once again, I just said it. It's the fucking Bronx, so you know anything's fucking powerful. Something said boom, and then the power said boop. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. Captain America come and get me. I was like, oh fuck. You know, Captain America, you know, because he's racist and shit. So I think he's coming to get me and shit.
That's the wildest take I heard all week, bro.
According to Brock, he don't like black people. I'm black and I got a black mask on.
America, you see who shows up first.
I don't fucking know, but everybody that stayed on, you know, I guess the guys kept talking because I was off the air for like 2 or 3 minutes. So I guess they kept going. I signed back on. Barksdale was talking about some shit. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
We kept it pushing, yeah.
Oh, see, that's cool though. Y'all kept it on. Rick hit me up to make sure I was all right. But you know, everybody that tuned in and stayed tuned in, thank you for the first season. This is the first episode of the second season of the Mad Podcast. As always, we have no idea what the fuck we're talking about next week. Actually, I think we did. think we talked about something. Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck it was.
I forgot already.
Yeah, I was like, no. We said we was going to take some articles off the websites that we write for,
right.
and we was going to break them down. So Steve, like, I could take your Vikings article and critique that shit. You know, you want to be on when we do it, that's on you. If not, please know we're going to talk shit about it. Like,
I can take it.
Like, we're going to take people's articles and what y'all write about.
I can protect my face.
Yeah, well, whether we agree with your article or whether we don't disagree with your article. So, we're going to do that next week. Pick like 5 articles from MBS and then in Daily Culture, and we're just going to break them down. And, whether we disagree with your article or not. So, anybody got any hurt feelings? Not my problem. Like,
usual.
Like I told y'all motherfuckers when we started this show, there's no rules. Trust me. I mean, I'm gonna critique my own shit. Well, I'll let Rick critique my shit.
Not my problem.
Yes, sir.
Word. So like I said, we just here to have fun, man. Once again, thank everybody for another episode. We have fun today, another Marvel joint. Brock, you's a funny motherfucker with the whole Captain America racist shit. That shit's gonna stick with me forever. Steve, I want to thank you for coming on, bro, with your fucking Captain America mask, with your gold chain and shit. I don't know, you're a drug dealer, Captain America. So I found out Captain America the racist and he hustle. Rick, you in the motherfucking Casey Joe mask. Yeah, that's some other shit right there. I guess I get down to Tello mask or a Shredder mask and shit. But no, man,
that's how we would go.
Real shit. It is 8 o'clock. I want to eat. I'm hungry to the motherfucker. I'm getting a headache. I'm so motherfucking hungry and shit. Might make me a smoothie and some chicken. Like that don't even go together and shit. But I don't give a fuck. Like I want a strawberry smoothie and some chicken breast. Like who eats like that?
So real quick before we jump all the way off the air, this will actually be, as I'm the first time in my mask, it will be the last time you will officially see me in my full beard, as I will be joining Brock's babyface self to have my baby come in this Saturday meet my actual baby face. So I will be regrowing the beard when you see me again on the 6th when we do the MBS NFC preview show.
Word. First of all, congratulations on having your first seed. And please just cut that beard off. We don't want that baby, being terrified and shit. I'm saying? But no, it's not real shit though. Congratulations to both of y'all, man, on having your first baby. Welcome to fatherhood. Just be prepared for the unpreparable. I know that makes no fucking sense, but that's the only way that I can explain it to you. Cause you in for some shit. Matter of fact, real quick, you know what you having? Boy or girl?
Yeah, it's a girl. So yeah.
Hold on.
The hard road.
We're gonna pray for you, dude.
Pray for you right now. I would pray for you, but since Captain America is a racist and shit, I don't know if that's a proper thing to do. But real shit though, congratulations, man. Welcome to fatherhood, bro. There's nothing like it. You got a responsibility now to, take care of another human. I know that shit sounds cliche and cheesy as fuck, but at the end of the day, that's what your responsibility is. I'll tell you in a minute, like, you want to write about shit, you want to talk about shit, this is the perfect show for you to get on, and, we could talk about fatherhood. Tips, I got a couple kids my damn self. But man, look, once again, you need anything, we here for you. That's what family is, bro.
For sure. Much appreciated, guys.
But with that said, we do gotta get out Baby Rogers on. Oh, y'all some damn fools. Is this Courtney or is this Joe that typed this up here? Said Baby Rogers on.
Baby captains are out there.
Word. But nah, it's great, man. It's a great feeling. Just embrace it. I'm gonna tell you, like I tell my kids, man, as they have their own children, their life is not your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just raise her the best way you can. She's a girl, so tell her to stay away from dudes like me.
Tell them to stay away from dudes in general.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. Facts. Because we ain't shit.
We're all fucked up, man.
Yeah, we totally fucked up. Like I'm saying, look, we doing a podcast with masks on. Like, think about that. Like,
Listen,
grown ass men
it's
with
like
masks on.
it's like the old saying goes, man. We don't grow up, we just grow old.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's some, yeah.
that's a good ass motherfucking thing you just said there, Casey Jones. I like that shit. That's why I'm start putting your name under the motherfucking shit. Where it say Rick, I'm gonna say Rick no more. We're gonna say Casey motherfucking Jones now. And shit. Casey O'Donnell or some shit. I don't even fucking know. But Steve brought it up real quick. Steve, before we do get off the air, can you please let the viewers know about the upcoming Team NBS NFL preview shows that we have coming?
Yeah, so right here, August 6th, next week is the first show. It will be the NFC North, and I believe it's the NFC South we'll be covering on that episode. So I will be there covering the Minnesota Purple Vikings side of things. I believe Christy Love is going to be on with us, probably doing the Bears. And then I think it is our good friend 11 Bravo, Bill Carroll, on with us as well. So it is all set to be a good show.
Awesome. Me and Rick had talked about doing an NFL show, but I'm looking at it like, yo, y'all already got, y'all been doing it for years on the NBS side. Like, I don't want to step on, anybody's toes, and we're more, comical and shit. And that show can start off talking about the Eagles, and that shit can drift off to talking about motherfucking MC Hammer or some shit. So, like, we're gonna we're still a big family. So NBS gonna do the NFL live show, and maybe we'll pop up on the show. Until then, we still gonna talk sports, NBA, NFL, all that other shit, and we still gonna do our thing. So, anyway that we can.
Another teaser down at we don't have a date yet to be determined, but we are live broadcasting our fantasy football draft as well.
True indeed. Oh yeah. Yeah. Rick once again, with his Casey Jones ass, for some reason, do not want to be involved in this shit. Yes, for the listeners, we are doing a live NFL fantasy draft Team NBS. So you log in like you're doing for this show. We will be doing our live selections. So this shit will be different. Once again, we're all fucking characters. So you're gonna have more than us three. You're gonna have the whole NBS team, the 9 or 10 of us that's included in this draft. So this shit is going to be.
We may or may not have masks on.
Oh no, I'm going to have my motherfucking mask on because that's who I am. But no, what I'm saying is it's going to be good. It's going to be funny. It's going to be informative. We're going to have fun doing fucking NFL drafting. We're going to draft players live on the fucking air. Like, yo, you need help? Once again, please notice, we know our shit. We know our NFL.
How you gonna take my Vikings?
Yeah, we know our shit, but no one wants a fucking Viking on their team but Justin Jefferson. The rest of the motherfuckers, I don't even know if they got a fucking team. Like, who the fuck is on the fucking Vikings?
You don't want Justin Jefferson on your team?
No. I said that's the only motherfucker we will take. That's the only motherfucker we will take. The rest of the motherfuckers are suspect as fuck. Jordan Addison, and I think they got a running back. I think the Vikings got a running back. I think
Jordan Addison was number 2 in the offensive rookie of the year last year.
Yeah, that's because Justin Jefferson was fucking injured. So he had no choice but to catch the motherfucking ball. Jefferson is back now. Ain't nobody throwing this fucking ball his motherfucking way. McCarthy only threw like 2 passes his whole fucking college career. Look, see, what did I see?
The Waddle's as important as Tyreek Hill is.
See, that's what I told y'all. See, today's show was about the fucking Wire and Captain America. Today's show is about the Wire and Captain America. Somehow we got sidetracked onto some NFL bullshit and the fucking funky ass fucking Vikings. I gotta get the fuck out there and get that fucking whole video.
You know what? We're not about all these shows. We still ain't even talk about that Eminem album yet.
Oh, you see, that's what I'm talking about. See, Rick always coming up with some other shit.
I've only actually heard 2 songs so far from Pandora because I haven't put my time into actually googling, YouTubing the album and listening to all of the tracks. So I've only heard 1 or 2 songs outside of that radio song that is getting too much play and is not that cool. It's one of the weaker Eminem songs I think I've ever heard. The one that's on the radio. The one that's on the radio.
Man, I don't listen to radio.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, I think Mark got booted. The host got booted because we ran a little bit late. So
yeah, we're over
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna head out.
Have a good night.
We'll be back next week.
Always. Likewise.